635, Papa Flight, terminate radar service.
650, Papa radar service terminated. Squawk VFR, bring the change approved.
Squawk VFR, talk to the best 35, Papa.
Clear. King Air 140 Bravo, continue the right turn direct to the field, out of the turn.
Okay, so we'll dial up our nearest airport, select frequency for Whiskey 91, Unicom, tow it into use so we can monitor if we have traffic out here playing with us. Alright, so good morning. This is kind of my first test of doing this VR camera thing inside the cockpit with me. Hopefully the body I provided will suit you well today. As you can hopefully see, we've got quite a bit of fog out on the water. I haven't made it down to the lake yet. There may be some areas of water that are uncovered enough to use, but if it's all fogged in, that's okay, because really we're just testing this camera setup and audio setup today anyway. It is definitely a fall day this morning. We've got, I don't know, 7 degrees Celsius on the field there. It's a little bit warmer down here. We've got a pretty good temperature inversion. You can see from all the smoke. We're not worried about ice or any of that stuff today. I'm starting to see the lake. Again, there's some fog, so we'll make sure we have plenty of room to work in it before we go making any approach runs to the water. But it looks like even just this first bit of water we're going to come to is plenty to go back and forth and test this setup a little bit. We're letting the autopilot do the work most of this morning. Go ahead and put you a split screen up so you can see that. And then, not sure if you can see how well you can read the text here, but now we're in autopilot mode with the flight director on a course. We're in tracking mode instead of heading mode. That lets us pick a point on the map, and the system will worry about wind correction for us. And then we are holding our altitude, of course. Yeah, it's looking better the closer we get. Certainly some areas over here that normally we'd already be on the water and following our way down that part of the river and main part of the lake. That is a no-go over there this morning, but we've got this river, these little rivers. We ought to be able to find a couple of safe splashes before we head on back. Okay, disengaging the autopilot here. That's that left button on the control stick. The hat here controls your trim. Alright, since you're a bit lighter than I am today, we got the trim cranked all the way over to the right. But even with autopilot off, she trims up nice and stable. Let's start with a steep turn. That'll be fun. Steep turn in this airplane is just like in pretty much any other airplane you've done. We're going to bank over, looking for about 45 to 50 degrees, depending on your proficiency. We need to add power as we bank over and lose that vertical component of lift. And we want to roll back out on this heading. So there we go. Going to start to the left, clear left, leading with rudder, rolling in, bumping the power up just a pinch. Setting on 45 degrees. Airspeed's falling off just a pinch, so we're going to add a little more power. Looking ahead for our point. Here comes our point. I remember because the sun was in my eyes. Can that roll out reduce the power as we roll out? A little bit opposite rudder to counter that adverse yaw as you roll out. And there's our first steep turn. One thing I'm going to do is turn off the flight director. That just gets rid of those magenta bars that are helping us stay on track, or at least trying to. All right, so we did that one okay. Let's do one to the right. Clear right. Leading with the right rudder, rolling in, and adding power. There's about 45 degrees. And steep turn should be a looking outside maneuver, right? We're just looking outside, setting and holding that pitch attitude, and a little bit holding that feel. If we're not feeling big changes in the airplane or load factors, then probably big changes aren't happening outside. All right. That was all right. Not great, but we're within standards and we're still flying, so good for us. All right, I'm a little lower than I like to do stalls, so we're going to forego that one today and start looking for a place to do some splashes. So let's start with our pre-water checklist. We're going to turn the landing light to pulse so these nice boats down here can see us. The bilge pump is coming on, and our gear is up and blue. Water checklist complete. All right, I see a boat powering down through that long straight stretch, and you know, if the boat's going to fit there, then why can't I, right? Zoom you in a little bit here so you can get a more accurate picture of the water we're working with. The winds up here, we're looking at a 20-knot wind from the west there. But if you look at the ground and that smoke and the fog, there is pretty much nothing happening. It's winds calm down there. So I do expect some turbulence as we bust through this inversion layer, but it should smooth out pretty quick. Alright, so we're on kind of a left base for this long straight stretch of water. You can see where that boat just pushed through a minute or so ago. That's what I'm going to use for our first splash and go. We got good bailout options both to the left and right, straight ahead. So I am coming in a little bit steeper. I don't want to get too close to this house in front of me if we don't have to. But also there's not, you know, miles and miles of water in front of us. So we're doing a bit of a short field or confined area approach here. Trying to fly quiet and friendly this morning. Looking good. We're a little faster than our profile, but we are descending rather steeply on purpose. So we'll get our speed to that 60 knots we're looking for as we get a little closer to the surface. All right, now we got plenty of water to work with. Bring the power back in. Got more normal landing configuration. Obviously watching out for debris. Like I said, I did see that boat just power on through here. Oh, it's nice and smooth this morning. And pretty colors all the way along. Nice. Alright, climbing up, getting above that tree line. Lean it over, get a little more speed, a little better climb performance. nice little strip. With no other better water in sight, we are going to go back in that direction from when we just came, and then take a right and look for some more water. Tell you what, we're going to land down this left fork. That's looking good. Again, a bit of a steep approach, trying to get down to the water without getting too close to the trees and the houses. Oh, that's so cool. There's a bit of a fog tornado forming over there. Thank you, Coriolis effect. Looking for some other avenues. There looks like a good one that takes us off to the east. All right, my goal here is we got a fisherman. Never mind. My plan was to land there, step taxi around the corner, and take off, but we got a boat right there where we were going to step taxi to. So we'll just continue overflying and land beyond that. We may still be able to get our original goal done. We got plenty of room around the corner. Yeah, there we go. We're on the water. Start that left turn. Enough power to stay. There's another little tornado. That's so cool. Hopefully you can see those out of your right window there. These little vortices of fog coming up off the water. Alright. Get up and off. Beautiful. Oh, there's a big one. Alright, we're up high. Say if I gotta get a picture of that for some of the students. Super cool. There's plenty of room down there, but the fog layer gets pretty thick, so we're going to scout that one before we touch the water there. Okay, I can see all the way down to the end. Plenty of room between the fog and the water there. I guess we'll call it clouds now instead of fog, but If we don't have room for a splash and go, we will splash, step taxi, turn around, come back in this direction where it's clear, and go.
Echoes about 5 miles to the north at 3,000 feet, starting our descent across Benfield for left downwind runway 24 approach.
Water is nice and smooth. We could go that way, but just for the practice, we're gonna turn this thing around. As it tightens up, we're counter steering with rudder, just to keep that turn radius we want. All right. Take a little right turn around here so we can see the U-turn wake we made. All right, yeah. See how our radius tightened up as we slowed down.
About a mile and a half, going across midfield to enter left downwind for 24, and we got the brake stop.
All right, we got our sign to switch fuel tanks, and I agree with the computer. Now is the time to switch fuel tanks. And we switched them at 9:15. There's also our signal to start heading back towards Roanoke. We'll see if we can get a couple splashes in on our way. Some fog turning into clouds over there. We're in class off airspace, so 1 mile clear clouds. But the intent is don't get hit by things, right? So we're still eyes outside. We're flying in a manner that people should be able to see us, and we should be able to see other people. Stay on step here as we go around the corner. Fast enough so that we're on step and can take off when the water opens up, but slow enough that, yeah, if there's not a good pathway, which I'm not super comfortable taking it through that, we're just gonna veer off and turn around the other way, and we could always just bring it to displacement if we run out of ideas. Where I need sunglasses. All right, we got some wake we got to bounce through. This will be fun. All right, we're on the other side of that. Up to turbo. tree line, backing off the turbo. Lowering the nose a bit, pick up speed, better climb performance. Get up high so I can see where that, somewhere I took a wrong turn, missed our line of water I was looking for. Okay, I went right when I should have gone left. Here, there's a boat coming from left to right. Don't seem, yeah, he disappeared behind the tree line there, so we'll keep a good eye out for that. Alright, I'll try to do a more normalized approach here. We've got, especially with as light as we are today, with just me and the ballast, and of course you, about 3,000 RPM, maybe even a little bit less, is what's going to give me roughly 60 knots and a reasonable descent profile. So you just have to, depending on the day, right, figure out that power setting as you go, and then once you dial that in, you can do them consistently afterward. Okay, water's clear. Nothing that I can see coming towards us. Plenty of room. Our escape plan is up and right. Fog, more to see where. Yeah, looks like they're starting to cook off. Okay, we'll go up and over. I'd like to get one more splash before we head home. Boat has gone up this way. And we can beat him through the S-turns. We won't have to deal with his weight. Garmin says there's water over here. We won't go diving for it until we see it for ourselves. Yeah, there is water, but I'm not in love with using it from this direction. So, okay. I'm up to 2,500, get pointed home, and after water landing checklist, the bilge pump's off, the landing light is off. Here it is still up after water checklist complete. Go direct to Roanoke. And I'll hand it off to the Garmin here while we take care of turning off the recording equipment. hopefully that worked. Thanks for flying along with me.